Good day, and welcome to Hiroshima University's English podcast. Hey, Kei, can you believe that we've been doing the podcast for like 4 years together?
Yeah, you know what, Joe? I think I'm getting bored with being the host.
What? No way, Kei. Don't say that.
I think if you gave me just one fancy Christmas present, I would be okay again.
Ah, you're the greediest host ever, Kei.
皆さんこんにちは。今日はクリスマスについてのお話です。
Yes, Merry Christmas.
でアメリカのクリスマスはもちろん有名ですけど、他の国はどうでしょうか。ジョー先生に聞いてみたいと思います。イェイ
Sure, I'll tell you about 3 countries. One is in Ethiopia,
Okay.
you know, Eastern Africa over there.
南アフリカのエチオピアですね。
Right, and about 60% of the people there are Christian.
Oh, really?
Surprisingly,
That's a
yeah,
lot.
about 60% of the people in Ethiopia are Christian. And the key thing about their Christmas is that people wear a white robe.
Okay.
Right, it's called a shama.
シャンマー。
Right, it's a traditional white robe. So very beautiful. The women are wearing these white robes
Yes.
there. And also they do it a little bit later. They do it the Christmas on January 7th.
ああ、ほうほうほう。
And one interesting thing is that the day before January 6th, most people don't eat anything.
What?
But, right, so they go one day with no food. But then on the 7th, on Christmas Day, in the morning they go to church.
Yes.
And then after that they eat a lot, right? So they have a party on that day eating a lot, right? And another country that's kind of interesting is Venezuela in South America. And in the capital city called Caracas,
Yes.
they're very Christian in South America. You know, a lot of churches and Catholics like that. Anyways, people go to church a lot. And in Caracas again, the capital, they close the streets on Christmas morning, so no cars can go.
Okay.
And people go to the church wearing roller skates.
That's odd.
Yes, they even the older people wear roller
Wow.
skates to go to the church. Yeah.
I think they can just walk.
It's more fun, I think. Okay. And one more interesting country is Australia at Christmas. You know, down there it's summertime at this time, right? But on the beaches, often they'll put a Christmas tree and you'll see Santa on the beaches. And also Australians for Christmas, often they have a barbecue, right? Outside their house and stuff like that. And one more funny thing is that instead of reindeer pulling the sleigh,
トナカイがソリを引く代わりに
yeah, instead of reindeer pulling the sleigh, often in Australia it's kind of a joke, they have the kangaroos pull the sleigh.
カンガルーがソリを引くんですね。
That's right.
今日のダイアログはクリスマスイブという設定ですね。結婚して何年か経ってお互いにちょっと飽きてきてしまったご夫婦のお話です。まずはゆっくりなスピードで聞いてみましょう。
Uh-oh, they might have trouble here.
Well, it's Christmas Eve. Hey, I had a really crazy dream last night.
Oh, what happened?
I dreamed that I bought you a modest gift for Christmas, and surprisingly, you were delighted with it.
Oh, your gift is not very special? So, have you actually already bought the gift for me?
Oh, I gotta come up with a convincing excuse. Gifts should be bought at the last moment. In that way, you can avoid crowds. You know, there are just too many people who want to buy their gifts in advance.
He has the same bad excuse every year. Well, okay.
Hey, you know, Christmas used to be a holiday of peace and goodness until someone thought of giving presents.
Yeah, giving presents is not the only Christmas tradition. For example, I heard that every year on Christmas Eve in a small town in Sweden, they build a 30-meter high goat, a goat made of straw. Then they burn it.
Haha, I bet somebody would make a fire around you in Sweden.
I wonder if they can burn him too. And I heard that Guatemalans on Christmas Eve set fire to a statue of devil.
Forget about Sweden. Somebody in Guatemala will make the fire around her. Hey, our family also has some traditions. Do you remember our first Christmas together? It was 25 years ago.
Of course I do. You were in the same suit as now.
Oh no, they're both tired of each other.
Yeah, why don't we just break up?
Yeah, for example, he always wears the same suit and things like that.
Yeah. 旦那さんは昨晩どうやら変な夢を見たらしいんですね。どんな夢かっていうと、旦那さんが奥さんにちょっと控えめなプレゼントをしたら、奥さんがすごい喜んでくれたそうなんですね。モデストっていうのは控えめとか謙虚という意味ですね。で、to delight って誰々を喜ばせてあげるということです。
Right, so in his dream, he gave her a modest gift, and surprisingly, she was delighted with it. Very happy, right? Anyway, this word modest.
Modest.
Right, if you pronounce it a North American pronunciation,
Yes.
Canada, the United States, you say, you got to open your mouth very big. Modest. It's important to be modest, right?
Yes.
And this modest gift kind of means like a smaller type gift.
To give another example,
He lives in a modest-sized house.
ちょっと
That means-
控えめなサイ
That's
ズの。
right. Not too big like that. A modest-sized house.
Not like mansion.
That's right. Again, in English, a mansion is a huge house, right? It's not a mansion, right? It's just a smaller type house, right? Or to give one more example, she has a modest income, which means not so much, right? Like that. Not that much.
インカムは収入のことですね、収入。
That's right.
で、奥さんは、それで本当のプレゼントはもう買ったのっていうふうに言ってます。ここで男の人の心の声です。あ、やば、なんかそれらしい言い訳をしないといけなくなったぞっていうふうに言ってますね。So Joe, what does gotta mean?
Gotta means must, right?
Okay.
For example, I gotta do a lot of homework, or I gotta go to my part-time job, like that. And in the dialogue, the man says he's gotta come up with, that means he has to think of, right? He's gotta come up with a convincing excuse.
説得力のある言い訳ということですね。
Right. To convince someone is usually a verb, right? I convinced my friend to go to the movie, like that. But here it's kind of like an adjective,
Okay.
right? The man needs a convincing excuse.
で、ここで彼が作った a convincing excuse っていうのがこれですね。プレゼントっていうのは、いよいよっていう時に買うものなんだよっていうふうに言ってます。at the last moment で、いよいよとか土壇場でという意味ですね。
Right, at the last moment, at the last instant, like that. Students usually do their homework at the last moment, right?
Yes,
Okay?
yes. I'm so
That's
sorry
right.
about that.
That's right. No, it's not just you. Everybody.
Yeah. で、そうした方がみんな人混みを避けられるでしょうというふうに言ってます。この in that way, you can っていうふうに言ってますけど、この you っていうのは目の前にいるあなたっていうのを指してるわけじゃなくって誰でもっていうことなんですね。
Right. You again means everybody. You can avoid the crowds if you buy your gift at the last moment, he says.
なんでかっていうと、みんな結構余裕を持って前々からクリスマスプレゼントを用意しようとしてショッピングモールとかに行くからなんですね。in advance って前もってということです。
Right, this is a very common word. For example, I bought the concert tickets in advance, like that. And the man says that most people buy their gifts in advance, not at the last moment.
で、そこからプレゼントがクリスマスの本質ではないんだよという話に持っていこうとしてます。で、そこで奥さんが話を変えます。スウェーデンのある小さな町ではイブに40メートルある藁のヤギを作って燃やすそうなんですね。A 40 meter high goat で40メートルある高さのヤギという意味ですが、I think there is a special point about this grammar, Joe.
Yeah, this grammar is important. A 40-meter high goat. Never put an S on that, right? Because it's kind of like an adjective again.
meter
Right?
ずと言ってはいけないんですね。
That's right. For example, that is a 7-story building.
7階建ての建物ということですね。これ7と story の間にハイフンが入ります。
That's right. And you would never say stories. That's a 7-story building. And again, in the dialogue, they say that in this town in Sweden, they build a 40-meter high goat. And the goat is made of straw.
藁でできてるんですね。
Right. You can say, for example, that table is made of metal, for example.
で、またここで旦那さんの心の声が入ります。で、きっと君の周りで炎を起こす人もいるだろうね、というふうに言ってます。to bet って予測するという意味です。
Yeah, and you say it especially, I think, especially when you're kind of a little angry or you are kind of critical.
Okay, ちょっと批判的な時。
That's right. For example, I bet he will be late for school again.
なるほどなるほど。
You're kind of criticizing, right? Like that. And in the dialogue, the man says that he bets somebody would make a fire around her.
That's terrible, actually.
That's right. That's terrible, right? But she also has some criticism for him,
Yes.
too. She wonders if they can burn him, too.
Oh my god!
Right.
で、この to wonder っていうのは何々だろうかなっていうふうに知りたいと思うってことですね。
That's right.
で、それでは今日の最後の面白い表現に行きますけれども、この後奥さん、今度はグアテマラの話をします。あとグアテマラではイブに悪魔の像に火をつけるのよねというふうに言ってます。Just set fire to で何々に対して火をつけるということです。
That's right. For example, someone set fire to the building. Good expression. And in Guatemala, they seem to have this custom that they set fire to a statue of the devil. Like that.
それではナチュラルなスピードで聞いてみましょう。
Right. And after this, let's talk a little bit about Christmas in Japan.
Well, it's Christmas Eve. Hey, I had a really crazy dream last night.
Oh, what happened?
I dreamed that I bought you a modest gift for Christmas, and surprisingly, you were delighted with it.
Oh, your gift is not very special? So, have you actually already bought the gift for me?
Uh-oh, I gotta come up with a convincing excuse. Gifts should be bought at the last moment. In that way, you can avoid crowds. You know, there are just too many people who want to buy their gifts in advance.
He has the same bad excuse every year. Well, okay.
Hey, you know, Christmas used to be a holiday of peace and goodness until someone thought of giving presents.
Yeah, giving present is not only Christmas tradition. For example, I heard that every year on Christmas Eve, in a small town in Sweden, they built a 40-meter high goat, a goat made of straw. Then they burn it.
Haha, I bet somebody would make a fire around you in Sweden.
I wonder if they can burn him too. And I heard that Guatemalans on Christmas Eve set fire to a statue of the devil.
Forget about Sweden. Somebody in Guatemala will make the fire around here. Hey, our family also has some traditions. Do you remember our first Christmas together? It was 25 years ago.
Of course I do. You were in the same suit as now.
So Joe, what do you think about Christmas in Japan?
It's fine. Everything is
fine,
good. The
okay.
stores are very beautiful and things like that. Two things are kind of different, though.
Yes?
One is that in America, there's no Christmas cake.
Oh.
Right? That's only Japan. In America, they might have Christmas cookies. That's
Yes.
okay. But I've never seen really Christmas cake in Japan.
確かに candies are pretty common in the United States.
Yeah,
but,
candy or cookies like that. And one more thing, there's no Kentucky Fried Chicken. Right. That's only Japan.
Yeah.
Throughout the whole world,
Yeah.
I think only Japan has the chicken, Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yeah, they managed to do their commercial very well.
They were successful in that,
Yeah.
yes.
それでは皆さんぜひ、仲良く楽しいクリスマスを過ごしてくださいね。And keep studying English.
Yes. And we are sure your English is improving. We'll see you next time at Hiroshima University's English Podcast.
Bye.